Hi everyone, and thank you again so much for tuning in to another episode of Breathe TV. My name is Roxy. On this week's episode, we're going to be working with a breath that helps us to balance our emotions. Now, the topic of emotions is a really fascinating one. Basically, what it means is how are you feeling? And this can run the gambit. I'm sure you know we can be angry, we can be hungry, we could be sleepy, we could be testy, we could be lustful, we can be exuberant. The list goes on and on. I'm sure there's a whole book that can list the range of emotions you can experience, but they're huge, right? And they're great. Emotions is basically our trademark of being a human being. You want to feel your emotions, but the thing about emotions, if we're not careful, then they can sort of take over our everything. They can take over our mind, they could take over our attention, they could start to affect our posture and our body. And then when things get really real, sometimes we take action based on those emotions, and a lot of times upon reflection, we regret that action. One example of that would be if you maybe get into a fight, you're angry, you start name calling, and then that kind of, really puts a hinder on your relationship. You look back and you say, oh, I probably should not have said that out of anger. Shoot. So this breath is to be used when you're really emotional, when you're really caught up in emotions, and you need to just kind of come back to center, and you need to calm yourself down. You need to pump the brakes. Now, this breath is for everyone, obviously, but this is especially great for the women out there, for the females. I don't want to put a blanket on this statement. I'm not trying to point fingers, but females, we do tend to get a little bit excessively emotional at times. It makes us charming. But yeah, we do get emotional, maybe because it's hormones, maybe because of all the hardships just as a female you have to endure. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. But this breath, according to my teacher and who taught it to me, very especially beneficial for the ladies out there. So females, please practice this breath. If you feel overwhelmed by emotions, like you're about to tear your hair out, you're unsure what to do, stop, pause, do this breath. Men also do this breath. It doesn't exclude, but females, please, you especially. So this breath is pretty safe. We're going to be doing it for a duration of 3 minutes. This is the level 1 version, hence the 3-minute time span. And one last cue before we get into it, you will want to drink a glass of water before practicing this breath. So again, my teacher who taught me this breath had mentioned that if you are really caught up in your emotions and you're kind of scattered all over the place, stop and pause and check your hydration. If you're not properly hydrated, then your kidneys could be overworked and strained. And then on top of your kidneys are your adrenal glands. And if they are strained because the kidneys are under pressure, the combination of the two can cause worry and upset, and again, an overwhelming amount of emotions. So if you're kind of in the emotion, you're stuck in it, pause, drink some water, and then come do this breath. Okay, so if you're ready, we'll go ahead and move into breathing to balance our emotions. And don't forget to drink that glass of water first. All right, let's get going. Let's begin by finding a comfortable upright seated position. Take a few calming breaths. And then with the hand position, we're going to take our hands, open palmed. We're going to stick them underneath our armpits, and we're going to hug them in there. And then we're going to actively lift our shoulders towards our ears and then tuck our chin in towards our chest. We're a tight little ball here. So this is the posture with the body, and now we're going to take slow inhales and slow exhales. Our goal is to breathe 4 full breaths per minute. So it's about breathing, inhale for 5, exhale for 5. So taking slow inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow exhale, 2, 3, 4, continue with this slow breathing for the duration of 3 minutes. Keep the shoulders hiked up, snug towards the ears, chin snug in towards your chest, and eyes are closed. Stay with it. Slow inhales for the count of 5. Slow exhales for the count of 5. Check in with the shoulders. Try to pull them up even tighter. Chin is locked towards the chest, even still, almost there. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Beautiful. Let's finish this last exhale all the way out with the breath. And that'll conclude our practice. Start to release the hands, lift the head, and breathe naturally. Well, alrighty, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Breathe TV. I hope it served you and gave you a little bit more insight of how you can handle your emotions. Make sure you come back next week for a brand new episode. Definitely make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you're following us on all those cool social media handles. We got the Twitter, we got the Instagram, and we have the Facebook. So make sure you are reaching out and staying up to date with all of our videos. Make sure you're doing them regularly. Make sure you smile. Make sure you tell yourself you love yourself. And don't forget, when you breathe better, you feel better. See you next time, guys. Have a great day.